The story of Doug the pug and his little sister Fiona. Doug used to be our only pet until we decided that we wanted him to have a kitten to keep him company and be his best friend. We got Fiona when she was a tiny little kitten and were so nervous that she wouldn't like him or the other way around. When we first brought her home, she hissed at Doug a few times because he was so excited and just wanted to play with her. As time went on, Fiona warmed up to Doug and they started doing things together. They would take naps together, play hide and seek, and even look through the fridge. They've had some pretty adorable themed photo shoots together too. Fiona does this hilarious thing when she's hyper, parkour on our walls, and she acts like a robot sometimes. Fiona is very protective of her big brother, and Doug loves her so much. She really makes sure that his fame doesn't get to his head. Fiona is incredibly spoiled, but isn't a big fan of the camera like Doug, so she likes to live a more private lifestyle. Give Doug a like and a follow if you think he's a great big brother. A day in the life of Doug the pug at home. Doug loves to sleep in, and it's really hard to get him out of bed in the morning. The one thing that gets him up is breakfast. Then we take him outside and he woofs at absolutely nothing. Sometimes he makes friends. Now it's playtime before we take the day's Instagram photo. Doug loves spending time with his little sister Fiona. They have a special bond and he gets really protective over her. Sometimes we'll film a video in our studio, but it usually just turns into more playtime. Now he's taking a quick nap before his pug girlfriend Penelope comes over. They are in love. If the weather is nice, we'll take him on a long walk before he's hangry and demands his dinner. To end the evening, the king gets a massage followed by Netflix in bed. Even though Doug is a famous dog and goes on some crazy adventures, this is what his life looks like 99% of the time. Good night, Doug. Give him a like and a follow so he can wake up to lots of love. Doug the pug does so many funny things, but a lot of times we realize that so many other pugs do these too. Here are some funny things that pugs do. They snore. Doug snores so loud, even when he's awake. They're always hungry. I think Doug could eat endless amounts of food. They talk to the TV. He gets really angry at horses, and his noises are so funny. They're gentle when you give them treats. Doug is so gentle when I give him raspberries. They're very clingy. I think Doug wants to cuddle at all hours of the day. They love other pugs and animals. Look how sweet he is. Give Doug a like and a follow if you think that pugs are the best and if you want a part 2. Welcome to Doug the Pug's house. In the office, we have Doug art all over the walls, made mostly by his talented fans. Here are his favorite trophies, including his Shorty Award and People's Choice Award. Fiona might be a little jealous. Now Doug's showing off his custom doghouse. Here's his closet that has all of his clothes, props, and stuffed animals. Doug also has a photo studio and gets so excited to start taking pictures. He's got a motorcycle and a Lambo, which you've probably seen in his videos. Here's the gym, filled with pug artwork for motivation to work off those roles. Doug has a backyard fit for a king, where he can be a normal dog and bark at our neighbors' chickens. Comment below what your favorite part of his house is. A tour of Doug the Pug's epic closet. We've taken photos of Doug in a lot of outfits, which means we needed a place to put them all. Our friends at the Home Edit came to help organize and install this masterpiece, and now Doug has a better closet than most people, and me to be honest. Each drawer is separated by their category. We have anywhere from film and TV, which contains his iconic Harry Pugger outfit, to his cozy bath and robes. You might recognize a lot of these pieces, like Doug's Shane Dawson shirt as seen with Shane Dawson, his homemade fluffy costume for Halloween, which turned out amazing if I say so myself, and his custom royal harness from when we went to London. We're planning to auction off many of the pieces to charity when Doug's foundation launches soon, except I can't let go of Doug's very first shirt. Look how small it was! Let us know what your favorite piece is, and be sure to like and follow on both TikTok and Instagram for more Doug outfits. We wanted to do something with Doug the Pug for Valentine's Day to spread love, so we brought him to the Children's Hospital. Before we went, we made a bunch of Valentines and Doug even photographed them. We grabbed some Doug stuffed animals to give to the kids and we're now on our way. He's even coordinating for Valentine's Day. So cute. When we got to the hospital, Doug started pulling me like he was on a mission. Doug always seems to know when we are visiting a children's hospital. He gets so excited and is so sweet to everyone. We started handing out Doug's valentines and stuffed animals. Did you know that dogs in hospitals can help lower pain and stress levels in patients? It was so clear how happy the kids were even though they weren't feeling their best. Doug has a lot of love to give and he definitely made these sweet kids' day. Give Doug a like and a follow to tell him he's a good boy. Doug the Pug has a lot of celebrity friends, and here are a few of his favorites. Comment below who your favorite is.
How's that respiratory system there, buddy?
I'm so excited. Look at this handsome man.
Doug has gotten into a lot of cool situations, but one of the most fun was the time that he rode in a yacht on the Hudson Bay with Cole Sprouse. Doug and Cole's friendship goes way back. He first met Cole at Comic-Con in San Diego when Riverdale first aired. Cole was by far one of the kindest celebrities he's met and is a huge dog lover. Last year, we went to New York City for an event with Vineyard Vines and Target and found out the morning of the event that Cole would be there.
First off, I've met Doug. Doing so well.
When Cole saw Doug, he got so excited and walked to a huge boat that they were doing a photo shoot on. We ended up all getting on the boat and going for a ride. Look at these epic photos we got. Give Doug a follow if you think we should collab with Cole again soon. That time, Doug the Pug had a private meet and greet with Billie Eilish. We live in Nashville, also known as Music City, so a ton of great artists are always playing shows here. Doug has met the Jonas Brothers, Ed Sheeran, Paramore, the Backstreet Boys, the list goes on. We saw that Billie was coming to town and wanted to get photos of her and Doug. We had just made a Doug video spoof of Bad Pug, which caught her management's attention, and they said she had seen the video. Her manager confirmed that Doug would get to have a special meet and greet when she came into town. To get ready for their photos, I made a Doug knockoff Louis Vuitton shirt and bucket hat and made a mini Billie Doug for him to give her. Look how cute it turned out. The day finally came for them to meet, and Billie was the coolest. Give Doug a like and a follow if you want him to make more Billie videos. A few years ago, Marshmello DM'd Doug on Instagram, inviting him to have a photo shoot before his show in Nashville. I knew we needed Doug to match Marshmello for the photos, so I picked up a few styrofoam cups to turn them into a helmet. After a little Sharpie and string, Doug was a mini Marshmello. They first had pizza backstage. Then, he showed Doug his set list for the night. They posed for a few photos, and lastly, he showed Doug how to DJ. Like and follow if you think this is the best collab ever. Doug and Fiona have been in need of some bonding time, so we decided to give them a fun-filled day. To start the day, we let Fiona put on her little leash and harness and walked her around our backyard with Doug. They explored everything together, and Doug was so excited that his sister was outside with him. That made them a little tired, so then they had snuggle time. Look how cute and cozy they are. They also looked at baby photos and videos of Fiona, which made them reminisce on the beginning of their friendship. Next, they gave each other some presents. Doug got Fiona a bag of fresh catnip and she went crazy for it. Fiona gave Doug a brand new lamb chop toy. They wanted to go outside again, so we put both of them in Doug's stroller and went around the neighborhood. Our neighbors all came out to see them together. To end a perfect day, they watched Milo and Otis. Give Doug a like and a follow if you think he's the best big brother ever. A few months ago, we posted that Doug had a new cousin, Duncan. Doug's grandma and grandpa got Duncan after our family dog Maggie passed away at the amazing age of 17. They got Duncan as a tiny puppy, but Doug could only meet him through FaceTime since they got him during quarantine. The day finally came for Doug's grandma and grandpa to drive with Duncan all the way to Nashville so they could finally meet. We had no idea how they'd be together, but knew that they would probably become very close friends. Here's some footage of the moment they met. Doug literally started screaming when he saw them pull in. Duncan was a little shy at first, but quickly warmed up to Doug and started following Doug everywhere. Duncan even became friends with Fiona, but she was not happy at first. Sometimes Fiona can be a little grumpy, but she warmed up to him in the end. It's safe to say that Doug and Duncan love each other like family. Give them a like and a follow if you're so happy that they finally met. Doug the pug has become friends with a lot of different creatures, but did you know he's friends with the groundhog that lives under our shed? Doug spends so much time in our backyard, woofing and just being a pug. One day, we were relaxing and looked up to see a big groundhog in the grass. We realized he lived under our shed and decided to name him Phil. We started seeing Phil all the time out our window, but wanted to get a closer look without scaring him away. I got an outdoor camera on Amazon, and we put groundhog-friendly treats for him, like carrots and tomatoes. The next day, we checked the footage and look what we saw. Doug gets so happy when he sees Phil out the window and is always smelling the entrance to Phil's burrow. Give Doug a like and a follow if you love his backyard friends. That time when Shakira flew Doug the pug to Barcelona. One day, I woke up to a crazy email in my inbox. Sony Music Latin asked if Doug wanted to collaborate with Shakira in Barcelona and that she'd fly us there next week. One long plane ride later and we were on our way. We got to Barcelona and explored a lot, and the city was absolutely beautiful. Doug even got recognized by a ton of fans. But all that was on our mind was how the meeting with Shakira would go. The day was finally here, and we took a cab all the way to her beautiful house. She ended up being so sweet, and we got to hang out with her while Doug played with her kids. Here's some footage of them meeting.
I'm kind of starstruck, you know?
Go give Doug a follow to make his day. Turning Doug the pug into Harry Styles. There's one celebrity that Doug hasn't met yet, and I'm sure the entire internet would want to see it happen. Harry Styles. We thought it'd be funny to have Doug recreate some of Harry's most iconic looks. I pulled some photos from the internet, then Doug helped me pick out matching outfits. Now it was time to take the photos and have Doug's expressions match Harry's. Then we edit the photos on Photoshop. Gotta have Harry's iconic tattoos. Last, we even made a cover of Falling to go along with this video. Now for the photo reveal. How did Doug do? Give him a like and a follow if you think he should meet Harry in person one day. Not many dogs get to fly across the pond to a different continent, but Doug got to go to London to promote his book a few years ago. He got first class the whole way there, and the seat even turned into a bed. When we got to London, Doug got to do some sightseeing at the London Eye, where you could see the entire view of the city. They gave us the whole pod to ourselves because Doug is a celebrity. That made him hungry, so he went for a proper fish and chips meal, but I think he likes pizza more. He then had a few very important interviews. We got to be on the show this morning, and the segment went viral.
I mean, is he been...
He's fixed.
Oh, he's been fixed.
I know. I will
Doug.
definitely be getting only...
He started snoring from his jet lag, which made the interviews way cuter. The hotel we stayed at was quite fancy. Doug had his very own butler. They invited Doug for a special tea time filled with all the snacks a little pug could ever dream of. When Doug's big meet and greet came around, the line was huge and he got to meet so many fans. He ended a perfect London day with some Nando's. Give Doug a like and a follow if you think he's the cutest world traveler you've ever seen. When Doug the pug met the cast of Stranger Things. It all started when Doug got to be in a Katy Perry music video for Swish Swish. Gayton, who plays Dustin on the show, was in the video too. We got to hang out on set with him while we filmed for 2 days, and he and Doug really hit it off. It turned out that he was a fan of Doug from our Stranger Pugs video. Gayton told us that the cast was all going to Comic-Con, which we were also headed to with Doug. The first night we were at Comic-Con, we got a text to bring Doug ASAP to meet the cast of Stranger Things. It was pretty epic. Doug also got to meet Noah at the People's Choice Awards and got their photo taken by the one and only David Dobrik. Give Doug a follow on TikTok and Instagram if you want to save him from going into the upside down. Doug has been working hard to take cute photos and videos to spread happiness, so we thought he deserved a spa day. First, we gave him a massage with healing frequencies playing and essential oils. Then I gave him a really good brushing, cleaned his ears, and gave him a spray of dog cologne. Yes, they make cologne for dogs. He got a gourmet dinner finished with some warm, organic bone broth. Lastly, I put him on our bed, turned on the star projector, and set him up with lots of snacks and his favorite movie playing. Thank you for always spreading joy, Doug. You deserve all of the relaxation. Give him a like and follow if he's made you smile lately.